Let's begin with something unusual. For the next few minutes, I don't want you to just hear me. I want you to feel something shift inside of you. This isn't just information. This is transformation. What if I told you that most of the struggles you've had, with love, money, purpose, health, aren't because you were doing something wrong, but because you were doing too much? By the end of this video, you'll understand why letting go, really letting go, is the most magnetic, powerful action you can take, even when it looks like you're doing nothing at all. So give yourself this moment and no distractions, just you and this message. Let's begin. Think about this. Have you ever chased something with all your heart? A job, a person, a dream? And no matter how much energy, time, or emotion you poured into it, it just didn't happen? Now remember another moment. One where something beautiful just appeared. It came out of nowhere. You weren't stressing over it. You weren't watching the clock. It just arrived, like life handed it to you with a smile. The contrast is real, and it's not random. You weren't being punished before and rewarded after. You were simply in two different energetic states. In the first, you were in pursuit, signaling lack, urgency, tension. In the second, you were in flow, signaling ease, trust, abundance. The results reflected your internal world, because that's how reality works. It doesn't react to what you say. It mirrors what you believe. And more importantly, what you feel. We're constantly broadcasting a signal to the universe, not with our words, but with our energy. When you're checking your phone every 10 minutes to see if someone replied, when you're constantly refreshing your bank app, when you're obsessed with how to make something happen, you're actually saying, I don't have it yet. I'm not there yet. Something's missing. And that's the message life reflects back. So you hustle harder, you push, you control. But all it does is create more resistance, more chasing, more delay. But when you step into the energy of, it's already mine, everything begins to reorganize. Because here's the paradox. The less you need it, the faster it comes. Let's clear up a major misconception. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It doesn't mean becoming passive. It means releasing the inner tension that says, I'm incomplete until this thing arrives. Letting go means trusting that the version of you who already has what you want already exists. And that version isn't begging, stressing, or doubting. That version is embodying the end result. Let me ask you, if your deepest desire was already fulfilled, how would you move? How would you speak? How would you feel waking up tomorrow? Start living like that. Not to trick life, but because that's who you are when you align with your desire. That's what manifestation really is. Not attracting something external, but becoming the internal match for it. We live in a culture that worships action, hustle, strategy, planning every detail. And while aligned action matters, most people confuse movement with progress. But control doesn't create miracles. It often blocks them. Have you ever had a plan fall apart, only to later realize it led to something better? That's the universe doing its job, rerouting you toward alignment. But we resist. We fight the flow. We demand timelines. We want guarantees. And all of that comes from one root emotion: fear. Letting go means surrendering the how. Letting go means being okay with not knowing how it unfolds and still trusting that it will. That's not weakness. That's power. True power. This part is crucial. Most people fall apart right here. Imagine you've shifted your mindset. You're relaxed. You're trusting. You're not chasing anymore. And then, nothing happens. Days go by, maybe weeks. Your mind starts whispering, it's not working. Maybe you should check again. What if it never comes? That's the test. Because there's always a gap between when you shift internally and when reality reflects it externally. That gap isn't failure, it's alignment in motion. Think of a thermostat. You set the temperature, but it takes a moment for the room to adjust. Same thing with your life. So when that silence comes, do nothing. Not because you don't care, but because you already decided it's done. Here's a practical shift you can start using today. Whenever doubt creeps in, whenever your mind asks, where is it? Whenever you're tempted to control or force, pause, breathe. Then ask yourself, how would I act if I knew? Without a doubt, it was already done. Maybe you'd smile more, sleep better, be more generous, be more playful, relax a bit. That's the energy that magnetizes your desire to you. Your job isn't to make it happen. Your job is to keep your state aligned with the version of you who already has it. Do that, and reality will catch up. It has no choice. This might sound strange, but stay with me. Sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is absolutely nothing. Not acting out of fear, not forcing a conversation, not trying to fix what isn't broken. Just being in that space of peaceful certainty. It's in those quiet moments, when you stop grasping, that the universe begins to deliver. You'll notice more synchronicities, more ease, people showing up, opportunities aligning, clarity arriving. Not because you chased them, but because you made space for them to land. Visualization is powerful, but embodiment is even more powerful. Don't just picture the car, the house, the love, the success. Be the person who lives that life already. Embody their posture, their decisions, their energy, their calm. The difference is subtle, but massive. When you imagine something, you're still separate from it. When you embody it, you're saying, this is me now. And that's the moment when the external begins to shift. So let's bring it all together. Stop chasing. It sends the wrong signal. Step into the state of already having it. Let go of control. The how is not your job. Trust the timing. Silence is not a void. It's recalibration. Do nothing when doubt hits. Let it pass. Don't react. Embody the end result. Let that version of you take the lead. And most importantly, live. Go outside. Laugh with people you love. Be present in your life. The more alive you are, the more receptive you become. So now, take a breath. And if this message hits something in you, leave a comment below. I release control. I allow flow. Let that be your commitment, your anchor. You don't need to chase anymore. It's already done. And if you want more of this energy, hit like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Because sometimes, the most magnetic thing you can do is nothing at all.